Hello everyone. I'm Victoria from Victoria Ashley Fine Jewelry, and I'm so glad that you are here on the channel. Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about a couple of different things. I like to talk about some different style trends, different fashion trends as it pertains to jewelry, and of course ideas on how to wear your jewelry better. And today we're going to be doing a little bit of discussion about stacking, which is one of my favorite trends that I think even if we don't realize it, everybody kind of does, because you get certain things you love and you just want to wear all of them. So what do? You stack them up, baby. So everywhere that I've been, I love to travel, and I've seen this as something that a lot of different cultures do. It's going to be an interesting little cultural trip for us to see how other people do it, and we're going to talk about how you can do it yourself. So grab your jewelry box and let's get stacking. Now, before we start building our stacks, first we need to talk about personal style. So if you don't know your personal style, this is a great time to think about it. Are you a bohemian, earthy type? Do you love natural textures, neutral colors? Maybe you're drawn to a lot of themes about nature. Or perhaps you're a minimalist. You like simplicity and elegance, little diamonds, dainty. These are all things you can explore through your jewelry wardrobe, because your jewelry should be a reflection of your personal style. One of the best ways to gauge your personal style is to actually look at the jewelry that you already own. Maybe they're pieces you've had for a really long time and you've outgrown them, or maybe they're pieces that you wear every single day and they have stood the test of time. They mean so much to you and they're always going to be a part of your jewelry life. If that's the case, those are great foundations for your jewelry stack. So for instance, for me, looking through my jewelry box, I love all of my jewelry. There aren't many pieces that I don't wear. And one of the things I really like is this strand of emerald beads. It's got a great color to it. There's some faceting, simple gold clasp, and I know that I could add a nice big pendant, or I can wear it just like this, maybe add it to, I don't know, something like this, where we've got sort of like a coin pendant down there. It adds a nice pop of color, and it's bold on its own, but it really looks great with other pieces as well. Now that we've talked about your personal style and looking through your jewelry box to see what pieces you want to stack around the most, I think the next thing to talk about is what are the foundational items that you really need to make a good stack? Well, I think there's a couple things when it comes to a necklace stack in particular that you just sort of have to have. One of them is a really nice chain that you can use to wear different pendants on. For instance, this one is a really nice thick wheat chain. It's kind of on the longer side, but I can wear it at different lengths, which is ideal if you're going to be a savvy stacker, to have a couple of different lengths available, because then you can shorten it to kind of go on top of something, or you can lengthen it. Sometimes I'll even put two chains together end to end to make a really long chain. So that's a nice little tip for you. But you can see we have a couple of different styles here. One's super duper delicate. We've got a beautiful diamond by the yard chain. That is a fantastic piece to have because, as you can see, it looks great by itself, but it really does look beautiful when you add a pendant to it as well. And then we've also paired it with this really simple little solitaire necklace. That's kind of traditional and plain, but as soon as you add it to a couple of other interesting objects, now you've got an interesting stack that is unique to you. I like to tell a story sometimes. So for instance, this coin pendant is one that I created. It is a piece of local treasure that was found right here on the coast of Vero Beach. It is from the 1715 fleet, and this coin is actually really special to everyone who's in this area because it was found here and there's not that many of them, so it's kind of like a local treasure. I paired it with some beautiful pearls because I know that that was something that they had on board the ships, the treasure ships. And then the emeralds kind of give a nod to that as well, because that's something that was sort of really famous on board those treasure ships, and a lot of people look for them here while they're on the beach. So that was my little nod to the Spanish treasure fleet, was this little combination here of the coins, the pearls, the emeralds, and then it's got this mariner chain. So there's a whole kind of story going on here. The next thing that you can try if you're a little bit scared about stacking too many things, you don't want it to be over the top, this is really a simple one. It's one chain, and instead of doing multiple chains with a bunch of different pendants, I just did one chain with several different pendants all together. So they've created kind of a little cluster down there. I've got, let's see, what do I have? I have a crystal ball, which helps me tell the future. I have oh, this is really fun. This is an enamel charm from Niagara Falls, which I remember visiting with my son and my husband many years ago. It was really fun. And then I have a protective evil eye, a piece of coral branch, and then a really beautiful antique coral cross. So I just kind of layer all those together, and then I love the way that this enamel beaded chain kind of plays off of that turquoisey color, and it's delicate, so it's not really adding a big amount of heft to the necklace, but it does add a nice little something on the neck. So those are a couple of stacks that I really like, and I think that those are great ideas. But ultimately, the best thing that you're gonna need to do is just put some things on. That's the only way you're gonna know if you like how it's looking together. An obvious place to do some stacking is on your fingers. I think most ladies who are married have at least, I don't know, 2 or 3 rings that they're wearing all the time. Anniversary band, wedding band, then your engagement ring, kind of like I'm doing. But you can also stack on your right hand or on other fingers like your pointer finger or even your pinky. So I have a couple of options here for us to look at. We have a nice little sea star holding up everything for us as our model, kind of appropriate since we're near the beach. But let's do a stack right now. Let's see how this looks. So I have my coin. I'm going to take that off just so it's not distracting. But one of the main things I would say is be open to the idea of doing different colors. You don't have to only do yellow gold, only white gold. You can mix the metals together. In fact, some ladies will do white, rose, and yellow gold all together, and that's a fantastic look. As long as it's curated properly, it can be really attractive. This is a fantastic simple band. I think if you're going to do stacking, something like this definitely needs to be in your wardrobe because you can add it to almost anything, really. This gorgeous emerald, look at that, isn't she beautiful? This has a white gold shank and a yellow gold halo. So let's put that on first, and then we'll put this guy with it. So pretty. And I'm even going to just choose this really simple yellow gold band to add as well. And you've got an instantly interesting curated stack. Looks great on the right hand. And again, one of the things that's so great about stacking is it's very versatile. If you're not feeling this vibe, take one of the pieces off and just keep playing with it until it feels right. And if you're really feeling frisky, you don't have to stick to just one finger. You can do more stacking on your hand, almost do like the ear party, right? You can do a hand party, and you could stack on there maybe a pinky ring. In fact, I have a perfect pinky ring right here that I know fits me just right. Looks kind of cool. You could even add something really statement making, maybe for like the pointer finger. That one doesn't quite go on, but you get the idea. And then you have a really bold look. And that is really cool with all those emeralds. I love that. See, and this is a great example if you are going to do something like that where you're going kind of full throttle on your hands. Maybe you're going to keep everything else really simple, right? So this beautiful strand of emerald beads I was talking about earlier, maybe that's the only thing I wear for a necklace, or maybe I don't wear a necklace at all. Maybe I just wear some little studs. But keeping that balance of over the top and just right in terms of the simplicity of the rest of your wardrobe, I think that's really key to making the whole stacking look work really well. Next, we're going to talk about stacking your bracelets. A lot of ladies have an amazing collection of bangles. That's one of my personal favorites as well. So I think that's a really great place to start if you like bangles, is go ahead and get your bangles, either wear them all at once or choose your favorite one. These are pretty cool. These are vintage and they've got a really interesting engraving that almost sort of makes them sparkle. So they've got a nice little glint of sparkliness going on there. But I love pairing it with something that maybe is a little delicate also, like this really simple, delicate white gold diamond bracelet. I think that looks so pretty together. And the combination of the delicate white gold with the chunkier yellow gold, I think is a really interesting contrast. And this little simple beaded bracelet here is a nice contrast as well, just a little something extra. The other thing that you can do with the bracelet, kind of obvious, is you can always put it with your watch. This just happens to be what I'm wearing today. I just got a new strap, love that color. Kind of looks great with this necklace over here. Might need that next. But that's a great way to upgrade your watch, upgrade your wrist game, and make it kind of look interesting maybe for the season that you're in, is to choose a different watch strap color. And of course that looks fabulous when you layer it up with your other bracelets. When it comes to earring stacking, although they have things like magnetic studs or maybe even a cuff, as you'll notice, I only have one hole in my ear and I'm actually quite happy with that. So when it comes to earring stacks, I'm going to call on my favorite model, Miss Ashley. She has several holes in her ears and she is perfectly doing a nice little stack here. She's got a tiny hoop with some texture, a beautiful emerald stud, and then fabulous inside outside hoop earrings. That's a really great look. And then in the other ear, she's going a little bit more dramatic, and she's got these beautiful chandelier style earrings that have baguette diamonds. I'm obsessed with these. And a really cool, just simple baguette stud. So you can see by just changing a couple of elements, it totally changes the look that you've got going on. Okay, now let's talk about transforming your outfit from day to night. What do you think? I am in love with this stack. Simple diamond stud earrings and a couple of diamond necklaces. Honestly, people tend to underplay diamond necklaces. I think each one of these they might wear only on their own, but together they make an amazing statement. And I love how the beautiful bling of all those diamonds plays off of this silky texture that's here on my shirt. And the thing about diamonds that you have to remember is diamonds look great during the day, but they really come to life at night because the subtlety of light from a distance or even candlelight with the darkness really makes your eye notice them. So that's why the old saying was that diamonds were really only reserved for nighttime use. But I don't know, I think nothing says date night like diamonds, baby. Well, stacking is a whole lot of fun, but in my opinion, one of the key elements to allowing you to be able to layer with ease is to make sure that you keep your jewelry organized. You can see I've got a really pretty cool antique jewelry box here that I use. It's one of my jewelry boxes, I confess. I have many. But it's lined with soft velvet so that all the jewelry that goes in isn't going to get scratched up. I make sure that everything is separated from each other because, again, if your jewelry is just thrown into a box and it's all, rubbing up against each other, you're going to get frustrated. You're not going to be able to find the pieces that you want. It's going to get scratched and potentially damaged. And it's really similar to your clothing wardrobe. If you have a really disorganized closet, it's tough to get dressed in the morning, and so you end up wearing the same things over and over because you're so frustrated. So my suggestion is definitely make sure that things are organized. If you need to, you can even separate them into clear baggies or individual boxes. This has a nice partition here and another kind of secret compartment underneath so I can store necklaces that are a little bit larger. And then of course a special slot just for rings. But the other thing that you want to always be thinking about is you want to make sure that your jewelry is really nice and clean, because that will make all the difference in the world. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, this is one of my favorite little not so secrets in my jewelry wardrobe when it comes to layering, is this chain extender. It will add an extra 2 inches or so to any chain that you have. So if you're layering and you're finding, ooh, it's just not quite the right length, you can add this on. It literally has a clasp to go on the jump ring. You use the clasp from the original chain on the end here, and then you can slide this little bead to adjust to make it exactly how long you need for that exact stack that you're working on. And it's in the back, so you can't even see it. These are fabulous. Definitely pick up one of those. But going back to cleaning, clean jewelry is pretty jewelry. You could have the most fabulous piece in the world, and if it's dirty, it is just not going to be doing justice to the piece. So I would suggest one of many things. If you're in the Vero Beach area, come on down. We'll check your pieces for free. We'll clean them professionally, make sure all the stones are in condition that is suitable for wear. And then we also have pieces like these different jewelry products that you can purchase on our website, and they're great for at-home cleaning as well. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe, because we'll be doing a lot more videos on jewelry fashion, cleaning, styling, and ideas of what to do with things that you already